They said saving $100,000 was impossible on an average income, but I proved them wrong. No lottery wins, no magic investments, just real, practical steps anyone can follow. Whether you're starting from scratch, drowning in debt, or simply looking to build a better future, this is the blueprint I used, and it's something you can use too. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact strategies I followed to reach my first $100,000, even without a high-paying job or financial help. These are proven, real-world steps that don't require you to be a genius or a Wall Street expert, just consistent action and smart choices. So if you're serious about reaching your first six-figure milestone, this video is for you. And before we dive into the steps, take a second to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more powerful money strategies that actually work. 1. Realizing why saving $100,000 matters. Most people never think about what $100,000 can actually do for them. It's not just a number, it's freedom. It's peace of mind when emergencies strike. It's leverage when investing, and it's the first real step toward building lasting wealth. For me, hitting $100,000 wasn't about becoming rich overnight. It was about finally feeling in control of my life, knowing I had options. That shift in mindset made me go from casually saving to aggressively prioritizing my future. Understanding what that money could do helped me stay motivated through the slow and steady process of building it up. Another reason $100,000 is such a crucial milestone is the psychological barrier it breaks. It proves to you that you're capable of building serious money through discipline and intention. Once you realize that you don't need to earn six figures a year to save six figures, the entire game changes. This wasn't just about stacking cash, it was about building the muscle of financial discipline. And once I built that muscle, everything else, investing, budgeting, and even earning more, became easier. 2. Getting clear on my financial reality. Before I could save a single dollar, I had to understand exactly where my money was going. I printed out 3 months' worth of bank statements and broke down every expense: rent, food, entertainment, subscriptions. It was eye-opening, and honestly, painful. I realized I was bleeding money in ways I didn't even notice: unused memberships, constant takeout, impulse Amazon purchases. That was the moment I knew no fancy plan would work until I got real with myself. So I created a brutally honest budget. Not a Pinterest-worthy color-coded spreadsheet, just a list of what I was spending versus what I should be spending. I assigned every dollar a job. The clarity that came from knowing my numbers was freeing. It showed me I had more control than I thought. You can't save what you can't track, and this was my first big breakthrough on the journey to $100,000. 3. Automating my savings. First, one of the biggest shifts I made was treating savings like a non-negotiable bill. Every paycheck, before I did anything else, I had a fixed amount automatically transferred to a separate savings account I couldn't easily access. Out of sight, out of mind. This one habit changed everything. I no longer had to rely on willpower to save money. It happened automatically, just like rent or utilities. Over time, I gradually increased that automated savings amount. I started with just 10% of my paycheck and eventually pushed it up to 25%. What surprised me was how quickly I adapted to the lower spending income. I didn't feel deprived, I felt empowered. The more I saved, the more momentum I built. It became a game. How high could I push that number while still living a good life? 4. Slashing the big 3 expenses. Forget about skipping lattes. If you really want to build wealth fast, you need to focus on the big 3: housing, transportation, and food. These 3 categories eat up most of our income, so even small changes can make a huge impact. I started by downsizing my apartment and getting a roommate. That cut my rent by nearly half. Next, I sold my car and used public transport and biking instead. It was inconvenient at times, but the savings were insane. Then came food. I stopped eating out constantly and started meal prepping. I cut my grocery bill in half just by planning meals and avoiding food waste. These weren't fun sacrifices, but they were temporary. And they added up fast. Once I saw how much more money I could save by targeting these big categories, I realized I didn't need to make 100 changes. I just needed to make a few smart ones. 5. Increasing income on the side. Cutting expenses can only take you so far. At some point, I knew I needed to earn more to hit my goal faster. So I started side hustling, freelancing, selling digital products, and even doing odd jobs on weekends. It wasn't glamorous, but that extra $500 to $1,000 a month made a massive difference. I put every extra dollar straight into savings or investments. Over time, I leaned into skills that paid better: video editing, online tutoring, and content creation. The more I earned, the more I saved, and the more confident I became. Most importantly, I learned that my income wasn't fixed. There are always ways to bring in more money. You just have to be willing to trade some time now for financial freedom later. 6. Saying no to lifestyle creep. One of the most dangerous traps people fall into is they start making more money as lifestyle creep. I almost fell into it too. When I got a raise at work, the first thing I wanted to do was upgrade everything: my apartment, my wardrobe, my weekend plans. But I stopped myself. I asked, do I want to look rich or actually be rich? That question saved me from years of unnecessary spending. Instead of increasing my expenses, I increased my savings rate. That's how I got ahead. I learned to find joy in simplicity. Instead of eating at expensive restaurants, I found ways to cook incredible meals at home. Instead of upgrading my phone or wardrobe every season, I became more intentional with what I bought. The crazy thing? I didn't feel deprived. I felt free. Because every dollar I didn't spend was a step closer to that $100,000 milestone, and no new gadget or vacation could match the satisfaction of knowing I was building something real. 7. Building an emergency fund. Before I even thought about investing or growing my money aggressively, I made sure I had a solid emergency fund. Why? Because one unexpected event, a car repair, a medical bill, a job loss, can wipe out months or even years of savings if you're not prepared. I saved up 3 to 6 months worth of essential expenses and kept it in a high-yield savings account. That fund gave me the confidence to take risks, say no to toxic jobs, and sleep better at night. Having that safety net in place also prevented me from touching my long-term savings. Anytime something came up, a vet bill, a broken laptop, I didn't panic or reach for a credit card. I used the emergency fund and replenished it later. It was like a buffer between me and financial chaos. If you don't have one yet, make it your first priority. Before you invest a single cent, protect yourself from life's curveballs. Reaching my first $100,000 wasn't about luck, a big inheritance, or a crazy high income. It was about clarity, consistency, and discipline. I made mistakes along the way. I had moments of doubt. But I stuck with it, and now I can confidently say that if I can do it, anyone can. It's not easy, but it's absolutely possible. So wherever you are on your financial journey, know this: the habits you build today are shaping your future. Start small. Be consistent. Keep learning. And don't let anyone tell you it can't be done. Because one day, you'll look at your account, see those 6 digits, and realize that you built it all from the ground up. If this helped you, drop a comment below and share your savings goal. Let's build this community together, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content that helps you take control of your money and your life.